Hi guys, how are you? I am hanging out at my in-laws' house. We are doing some house sitting slash pet sitting while they are out of town visiting my brother and sister-in-law. This might be an unintentional like half-face video, just cause the setup, okay? So I've got this, oh, I almost dropped it. Lasagna. My mother-in-law owns a catering company and she made us all this food for while we're here. And I hope that I'm alive to see the day that YouTube comes out with a smell cam because this stuff smells delicious and I wish you could partake of it. I also have some veggie chips for a little crunch factor. Our cat is also here, and he might make an appearance at some point. Okay, let's get into this. Just came out of the oven not too long ago, like literally maybe 90 seconds ago. Do you see that cheese ball? Okay, here we go. Wow, I'm really up close. Wow. That's tasty. This noodle was sticking up, so I feel like it's gonna be real crunchy. I kind of want to get rid of it because it got real crispified in the oven. I have not had lasagna probably since the last time she made it for me. While we're here, I thought it'd be fun if I told you more about how Mr. Pagelicious and I met. He might pop in. He's sitting right over there, watching TV on mute, which probably isn't very fun. Okay. Anyways. Holy crap. That's so good. You do want a bite? Sorry for this shaky bowl sound. These plates are like uneven, so they always make this sound. I wish I had some garlic bread. Oh no. So tasty. Okay, so back to the story. Well, I guess starting the story of how we met. My husband and I met in high school in Spanish class. We met our sophomore year. I was new that year. Everyone, we grew up, well, we went to high school in a really small town. Everyone knew each other. And so everyone knew that I was the new kid that year. And I remember walking into Spanish class. I had added the class at the last minute, so I was waiting to find out where my assigned seat was. Turns out it was right behind him. And I remember what he was wearing that day. He was wearing a white V-neck and jeans, and he had really long hair in high school. And he was laughing about something. And I remember thinking, wow, he's really cute. He's probably way too cool to be friends with me. I remember having that thought. And my assigned seat ended up being right behind him. I don't know, this is gonna be dangerous. I want to show you guys this bite, but it's gonna fall off my fork. I just know it will. What is that? I don't know. Okay, here we go. So, we spent that entire semester in Spanish mostly just arguing and fighting, and he would throw my binder across the room and get in trouble for talking to me and being rude to me, and I'm pretty sure I asked for my seat to be moved, but she wouldn't move it. Yep, that's what happened. But we eventually became, did we have any other classes together that year? I think we had Algebra 2 together. So we had Spanish and Algebra 2 together. And we became really quick friends. We hung out in the same friend group. What else is there to say? Whenever he was sick, I would take him his homework. He got mono or something that year. And I would always bring him his homework. I also did the musical. And I would sneak out of musical practice early so I could come hang out with him for a few minutes before I had to go home. We were the best of friends. Life was good. He had a girlfriend when I met him, so she didn't go to our school though. She lived far away. But that made it so I knew nothing more was gonna happen. We were just gonna be friends. I didn't have to worry about anyone liking anyone. Then that summer, everything changed. I remember one night, we remember things differently, but I remember one night he was hanging out at my house. I think we watched Stomp the Yard on TV. Was it Stomp the Yard? I don't know what it was. We watched some movie on TV, and then I was walking him. Oh, that night we had also taken my dog on a walk, and I remember during the walk, he held my hand. We had never held hands before. We had never done anything platonic. This was the first time there was any inkling that people had feelings for each other because he held my hand and he had never done that before. But then during the movie, there was no cuddling, no kissing, no hand holding. I don't know if he was too scared because he knew my parents were upstairs or what, but no moves were made during the movie. Then the movie finishes. Is your mom gonna be mad if I eat all of her veggie chips? They're very good. Do you wanna come Come say hi. Okay. All right, so after the movie, I'm walking him to his car, because that's the polite thing to do. Walk people to their cars. And we hug goodbye. And then, after the hug, he kisses me, just a peck. Nothing like, there was no buildup. It was not romantic at all. He kissed me, but he misses. He kisses me like right here. Not my cheek, not my mouth, just like right here. And says, call me tomorrow. We also never talked on the phone either, so I don't know why I would call him tomorrow because I never called him. And then he drove away, just like that. It was the quickest kiss of my life. So just that kiss on the side of the mouth, call me tomorrow, and then he leaves. That was my first kiss too. I was 16 years old. Aww. Anyways, my first kiss was with him. He's my now husband, which I think is kind of cute. I'm getting full. Okay, I'm gonna have a couple more bites and then probably be done. So that was summer after sophomore year. Junior year, he had a girlfriend. I think he may have started the year with a girlfriend. I don't really know what happened there. She was a complete B to me. I went through a lot of bullying that year at the hands of this horrible girl. I don't blame her for being mad though, because my husband was dating her, but he spent all of his time with me because I was his best friend. So I would also be mad if my boyfriend were hanging out with this other girl all the time. So she was really mean to me. Life sucked there for a while. We fought off and on that year. And then it was junior year that we finally dated. In April of our junior year, we finally officially dated, boyfriend and girlfriend. It lasted for maybe a month. We were very off and on in high school because someone wasn't willing to admit that he had feelings for his best friend, which is fine. So high school, we ended on good terms, not like in love or dating or anything, but good terms. And then I moved away to college. I went to college in Idaho. Then summer of the summer that we were 20, I was living at home and here in Kansas and nannying. But then like 6 weeks before I was supposed to go back to school, my family moved from Kansas to Kentucky, but I was still nannying and I still had 6 weeks before I was gonna go back to college. So I was in a little bit of a predicament. So my husband's mom, who I loved, and even when he and I weren't getting along, I was always getting along with her. I never broke up with her. And she offered to let me live with them for the 6 weeks between when my parents moved and I was moving back to school. So, and it was this house, like they lived in this house the whole time. So I lived in this house with him and his parents for 6 weeks, the summer that we were 20. And we picked things back up again. And life was good for those 6 weeks. It was a really fun summer. And then I moved away again to college. And then we kind of like long distanced it up for a little bit. He came out to see me that New Year's. He spent the day after Christmas with me through New Year's up at school in Idaho. And then, so January of our 21st year was the last time I saw him until 2 years ago. And started dating again. I moved back from there to here to be with him. We dated, got engaged, got married. That's the gist. I missed a lot of details, but that was the story of how we met. So people ask, like, when they ask how I met my husband, I say high school. And they're like, oh, were you high school sweethearts? And I'm like, well, not exactly. Because we weren't. I hope you enjoyed that story. Tell me in the comments about your first kiss. Mine was with my husband when I was 16, outside my parents' house. It was a peck that was completely a miss. Not romantic at all, no build up, not at all like it is in the movies or the books. But it was with my now husband, so I think that makes it pretty cute. Okay, this was delicious. I'm just really full, so I'm gonna make him eat the rest of it. But I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend, and I'll talk to you later.